We are having oatmeal for breakfast today, and yep, there it is.
Minus the raisins.
This is all, yeah, no, we are out of raisins.
We're out of
Somebody
raisins.
failed, didn't realize we were out of raisins. But we do have some superfoods in here. We do have goji berries, but it's not necessary. And that's how this topic came about. Someone was looking at our list on the so on our website, the Whole Food Muscle Club, we have recipes. And you can get to there by going to rnrjourney.com. But one of the recipes is Russ's oatmeal, and we have goji berries in it. And they said, well, do I have to eat goji berries? No, you don't have to anything. Everything's a choice. But do you have to eat superfoods? No. To eat this way, it's not like you have to get all kinds of fancy stuff. It's just really, really not necessary. What you need to do is not eat fake food that's fortified with vitamins and minerals. You need to eat real food.
I was just going to say, that's the point.
Yeah.
We eat it as a bonus because we do work out a lot, and so we put our bodies through a lot of stress.
And it's been added.
It's been added. I mean, we don't not eat natural foods. We eat them all day long.
Yeah.
We just add them as like a bonus because we go over the top all the time.
Well, and it's stuff, as we learn stuff, we add things in, like the goji berries. And we let you know about it, certainly, so if you want to and you have the opportunity to, you can, but you don't have to. Excuse me one second, my water's getting ready to boil.
Also, we've started out doing certain superfoods, and we decided that we didn't want to use it anymore. I mean, I'm sorry, excuse me. Spirulina is a good example of that. We don't tell people not to use it. We do make sure you have to find the right source of it. But we decided that it wasn't something we needed to add every single day. So we
were. If you've been watching us for a while, you know we were adding spirulina, and now we're not. And we decided not to because there is an issue with it being contaminated, and it just wasn't worth the benefit for us to deal with it. So we don't do that particular one.
And then just really quickly, I mean, our oatmeal, basically the only superfood in there is really the goji berries, and I think we use amla. That's the two things. But other than that, we have blueberries, we have raisins, we have bananas, we have oatmeal, we have pumpkin seeds. I also use sunflower seeds. I mean, chia seeds, flax seeds.
All pretty normal
foods. Yes.
Although, if you eat the standard American diet, some of those foods you might not have ever heard of. I mean, I know when we were eating the standard American diet, and even when we were healthy, I've told you before, we ate something that was kind of resembled the Mediterranean diet. I had heard of flaxseed, but I didn't eat them. Like, I had them in the house, but I didn't make a point to eat them. And chia seeds wasn't something I ever ate. And so it's more about learning what are the normal foods that you can eat than it is about, finding all these fancy foods that you have to eat. Good morning, Katie. Today I'm making Mexican beans and rice. Nice. That's an easy and super nutritious meal.
Are you using brown rice, or are you going to use wild grain? Or
You're not thinking white rice?
I'm not thinking white rice, no.
So the other thing that I think is interesting is that...
Good morning, Carol.
Hey, Carol. It's good to see you this morning. Keeping up with the same color scheme. I'm wearing purple.
It's purple. You just can't tell.
You just can't tell on the screen. It's really purple. But yeah, it's kind of close.
It's really close.
The other thing that we've noticed is that when people in this space get really, like, I don't know, maybe obnoxious is too strong of a word, but they start getting about, oh, you have to have this food, and you have to have that food, and you have to do it this way, and it gets all like hoity-toity, and it's not. Like, eating beans and rice are a perfect example. Like, that is super simple food. It's great for you. Throw some salsa on there, and you've got a meal. Boom.
Exactly. And that's a perfect meal.
And it's not fancy. Like, you don't need super fancy anything. If you have flaxseed and you want to grind it and you want to add a little extra nutrition, you can do that, but you don't have to. And I think that's the thing, is people get intimidated about this way of eating because they feel like, oh, I need all these weird foods. She's using brown rice. Perfect.
Very good.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you have any kale or spinach in the house, but what I like, especially when I warm food up, is I put the rice down, put some spinach on top of that or some kale, and then put the beans and whatever
salsa or whatever,
and heat that up, and so it gets the kale or the spinach, a little bit cooked. I can eat that all day long. And of course, I use the hot sauce. You've got to have the hot sauce.
He has, I don't know how he has taste buds. We have a thing called Lucifer powder that he puts on stuff. I'm like, no. But the point we're making is that eating this way can be really simple. And yes, there are a lot of superfoods out there that you can try and you can add and you can play with if you're so inclined. But I don't want people to be intimidated and feel like, oh, all these weird foods I've never heard of. And just not do it, because it doesn't have to be that way. You can really eat some really simple and really yummy meals this way. And the other thing that I found that I wanted to touch on real briefly is that the nutrition study industry, like where they're studying stuff, they're getting into the minutia. Things like I found one where they're studying how to lower cholesterol in zebrafish. Well, how about if you don't give zebrafish cholesterol to begin with? How about that? You know, they're thinking about this deficiency mindset where they're looking at the minutia of if people were starving to death, what would we do? People in this country are not starving to death. That's not the problem we have. We have the problem of excess. And so instead of looking at all these little minutia and superfoods and add this and do that and all that nonsense, what if we just ate real food? What if we just got back to realizing, look, if we eat real whole food, it's fine. And that's what we talk about in the Whole Food Muscle Club.
That's the core of the Whole Food Muscle Club. It's the basic nutrition, whole foods, and it's working out, of course, and we also include intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting, and then the psychology, which is understanding like the emotional eating and the habits and all of that stuff that gets in the way of eating real food.
She does a great job with our clients with that helps them break through those barriers that prevent them from being successful.
Yeah. So that's all. Just eat real food. It's really simple. So that's all I've got for them for today. Did you have something you wanted to add about that?
No, I think that's I think we made a good point today, and
Yeah, so if you want to join the Whole Food Muscle Club, the actual instructions on how to do that, you can get them off the Staples list. They're on there. So if you go to wholefoodmuscle.com and download the Staples list, it'll give you instructions on how to join the Whole Food Muscle Club so that we can help you on this journey and join those of us who are doing it.
Exactly.
So I think that's it. Let's eat breakfast. I'm hungry and it's not a fasting day.
That's it. So with that, we'll say, eat real food, mostly plants. Have a great day, guys.
Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.